It's Queenly Gina here. Welcome back to my haven. I'm so happy for you all to join me here, and this is going to be another beauty room edition. I do want to go ahead and do more so maybe of a tutorial when it comes to my makeup or whatnot. So you all, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you all. Like when I got back here, I guess I was doing the most when I was away. Just kind of maybe overdid it a little bit while I was away. When I got back, I was super low energy. I was just off kilter. Had to get back into my routine, my schedule, things of that nature. I'm just now feeling myself, to be honest with you. And I went ahead and took a couple of iron tablets. But yeah, our bodies use iron when we are exerting ourselves. And I think I might have overexerted. So, yeah, I didn't want to get on here any type of way. I had to take my red hair down, y'all, because my hair, the hair, it did good for the time period that I needed it. It's definitely not a long-term hairstyle. It was just definitely temporary. However, I do like the red hair, so I think I'm gonna visit it again this summer for sure. So I have been prepping my face today. You all, I did get a little bit of a tan while I was down there. I was in the sun for a little bit. To be honest with you, it really wasn't that hot when we were down there, and I didn't get in the pool at all while I was down there because it was rather cool. It was like in this mid 70s, things of that nature. So it was like exploring weather, but it really wasn't poolside in the pool type weather when I was down there. But the sun was out some days and I did get a little bit of a tan. So I'm really liking, I love my skin during the summer time because it does best, and I have been really religious with my skincare, really religious while I was down there. When I got back just today, I did a little bit of what I call a dermaplaning, or shave my face. So my face is really looking dewy, healthy, plump. My skin is looking really, really well as far as blemishes are concerned, things of that nature. I did do a little bit of exfoliating today. I did exfoliate before I left, and I did exfoliate today, just to kind of really, like, you know, I don't know, just give my face that rejuvenated look. But this is the end of the day, and I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this Art Naturals Rose Water Toner with witch hazel in it, just to get like some of the oils off my face before I go ahead and put anything on it, just because we don't see the dirt and debris that gets on our face. We see the oil, but we don't see the dirt. And I've been outside and everything. I've been in my yard pulling weeds, all kind of things. Yep. So yeah, wow. I'm not even gonna show you all, like, I washed my face today, and I'm not even gonna show you all like what this pad looks like. Any other time, I would probably just go ahead and wash it again, like if I were going somewhere, but I'm really not planning on going anywhere. I've just really missed just doing a makeup video tutorial. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean my face with this spray. And then when I'm done, I'm just gonna go ahead and wash my face. You just want it clean, and also you want your face moisturized before you start with any makeup prep. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. What is this called? The Poreless. I'm gonna go ahead and use e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer today for my skin. I'm just going to use a little bit. There's so much product that comes in here, and really honestly, like, a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to concentrate it on the area that I do have pores. And as you can see, this product does kind of help eliminate like the natural shine. So I've got large pores on my forehead right here. And I'm not mad at it. You can't be mad at having large pores like that, because when you have large pores like that, a lot of times That can mean that it's eliminating those oils that help keeping your skin nice and, supple. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my face. The makeup that I've been rolling with, the one that I took down with me, I just took my favorites with me. I took with me the Physicians Formula, and I took with me the Bobbi Brown. And to be honest with you, when I was down in Texas, I really didn't use a lot of makeup, to be honest with you. There was one day that we went out before coming back home, where we did dress up and things of that nature and put on a full face of makeup. But other than that, honestly, I just rolled with some concealer under my eyes and some mascara. And yeah, I might have put maybe a little bit of color on my eyelids, things of that nature, but that was pretty much about it. And I was okay with that, because when your skin is looking really good, you have good skincare and things of that nature, the desire to wear foundation, especially in warmer weather, is not really there. Nothing really beats the look of just healthy skin, to be honest with you. And when my skin has a little bit of a tan to it or whatnot and the sun is hitting it, it tends to kind of even out my imperfections as well. So I'm going to go ahead today, though, and use the Perfection foundation, just a little bit of it, just a little bit. We're going to use a little bit of foundation today, just a little bit of it. And as usual, I'm putting it on the back of my hand. I'm putting a pump there. And I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown, the well-loved and used Bobbi Brown. I'm going to do a pump of that. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. That'll be more than enough. It's going to give me that not so matte, but kind of dewy finish using my Revlon brush. And I'm just going to pat. And you can use this method like with a lot of products that you have, like when you're putting on lotion, all kinds of stuff like that. Use this method because it saves you, from using so much product. Just kind of like pat first. That's how I put on my lotion. Unless I really want to concentrate it in an area. I'm just going all over with this. Unless I just really want to concentrate the lotion in the area, I just put a nice moderate amount on my hand, rub it together, and then I'll pat all over my body, pat like the lower half of my body, and then I'll go back in and rub it all in. And especially in like the summertime, that's literally all you need, but it helps cut down the time. It helps cut down the time of putting on lotion. I tell you that one thing. It sounds kind of weird, but I mean, who all is gonna be really listening like that? So I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so there we go. And I didn't even use all of it on my hand, to be honest with you. I'm gonna wipe the rest off. I'm really liking how it's looking so far. This just goes to show you, I use very little product on my face, y'all. But this just goes to show you, when your skin is doing well, you really don't need a lot. You do not need a lot of makeup on when your skin is doing well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Wet n Wild brow today. While I was in Texas and while I was wearing the red hair, I was using the NYX, what is it, dark brown, or I forget what it's called, but anyway, my favorite one there, because it has more of a reddish tint to it, so it would match my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of fill these in just a little bit. I cleaned them up today. I know where I can go get my brows done, because my brow lady is no longer in the location that she was at, so she's not very accessible to me like that anymore. So I know where I can go get them done, but I am taking this opportunity to just go ahead and let them grow in some more on the sides, and then I'll go and get them done. So pretty much what I do with my brows is I use a brush first, and all the brow hair I'll brush up first so that I can see underneath and see where I need to put my arch. And I just ever so lightly draw how I want my eyebrow to arch. And you know, you can go back in and kind of fudge it out a little bit a little later. But my brows are still kind of thick because they're neat, but they're thick because I did them. I didn't really. Go ahead and this is me on my own face, you all. If you really want to be good at, like, you know, doing makeup and stuff like that, you have to take the time out to practice on yourself and wear it and kind of see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Because, you know, even though we're all pretty much made out of the same material, everyone is just a little different. You know, your skin responds to certain things. Your complexion doesn't like maybe certain colors. You know, it's a lot of different things that go into it. So that's one brow down. More of a tail on it to give it more of an arch there. That way it doesn't look so stubby. Anyway, so yeah, while I was down there, I had planned to really kind of go and do some more makeup shopping because I had saved up, you know, so much to do shopping and, you know, do different things while I was down there. And I ended up getting some makeup, but not like I had planned, which is okay. I'm okay with that. It wasn't that serious, to be honest with you. I find that vacations and things that we plan to do don't necessarily turn out exactly how we plan anyway. I just happen to be a planner. So I plan out things and then get excited about them, and then yeah, see what goes from there. But the time that I spent, I truly enjoyed myself. And, you know, I can always get makeup. The places I get makeup is universal. You know, the things that I did there, I can't necessarily do here. So, it's okay. But I did find one thing that I was happy about, because it was a surprise find. I didn't realize that I was gonna find it where I did. So I'm showing you all how I do my brows, and it's pretty much using like a light hand with a brow pencil. You want to go in with a light hand because you know, you don't want things looking too harsh or whatnot. I prefer my brows, I'm just like on my own, I prefer it. Perhaps I'm stuck in the era that I don't know, I'm stuck in the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't know what it is, but I just prefer the clean looking brow. I prefer a thinner looking brow than a heavier. And I think that is more so because I like how it looks on me. I see other people with like a fuller, heavier brow and it looks great on them. I think when I get too heavy with my brows, I feel like my face starts to close in. And that's just how I see it personally. So after that, this is usually, sometimes I do my brows first, you all. What you can do is you can go up underneath your brows and you can clean them up and give them even more of a sharper look. I usually don't do that, to be honest with you. You know, it's just a lot. I'm very kind of simple when it comes to my makeup. If I have the time and I want to do something extra special, then I will. But usually when I'm going out somewhere, I find myself rushing. And I guess it's because I don't start getting ready early enough, or it's either the fact that I'm trying to try something new when I should just be doing something that I know to do instead of trying something extra, you know. But yeah, that tends to be what happens, is I'm in a rush. So there we go. I did get some new, I'm going to go ahead and try out some new eyelash glue today, because I did get some new eyelash glue to take with me on the trip. I tried to use it, but it just, I was rushing and it just wasn't working out for me. So I ended up not doing that. I'm going to use like a flat brush right here and take that concealer that I ever so lightly, you don't put a lot of it underneath, just a very little bit of it, under my eyebrows. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it down from where I lined it underneath my eyebrows. I'm going to drag it down. And I did use this trick while I was on vacation, because my eyebrows were, you know, they were coming in. And just to keep it looking neat without having foundation on, I wasn't wearing foundation, I just put on some concealer, like I said. Use this Flower Beauty concealer that I love so much. I didn't think too much about it. I just took what I like because it works. And you can put it under, and it just gives it even more clean look underneath the eye. Cleans it up even more. And then I'm gonna go ahead in with my Urban Decay Potion Primer for my eyelid for the eyeshadow. I'm just gonna dot just a little bit. I don't need a lot on my eyes, to be honest with you. Just enough to just cover the whole space. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a foundation brush. And this is literally a foundation brush. Before we start using the other brushes, this is what people were using. And I'm just using that to kind of like put that on my lid, all over my lid. And the primer is simply this particular one is to help keep your eyeshadow on, to keep it from creasing, you know, that creasing that goes on in the middle, keep it from sliding off your eyelid, and to also to help the eyeshadow, you know, help the color come through better. Because when sometimes you just put regular eyeshadow on your eyelid, the color isn't true to what it is in the pan, and the eyeshadow primer helps it to be more true to what's in the pan. So that's what I've used so far. I've used foundation, I've used my eyebrow pencil, I've used concealer for underneath my brow, and I've used the eyeshadow potion primer for my eyelid. Okay, so now I'm going to show you all what I did purchase in Texas. And I actually purchased it at Macy's. And I went into Macy's to look around, because where I'm at, the Macy's doesn't exist anymore, sadly enough. I actually like Macy's, but I guess I wasn't, along with some other customers, it wasn't in there enough to keep it open. But in Texas, I found that people actually are very much into going to the mall, which makes sense, because if it gets really hot down there, people need like a really cool place to hang out and chill and things like that nature, and things of that nature. So what I found while I was down there, you all, is the other edition. Literally the third edition to the other eyeshadow palette that I got. And I was in such, I was trying to decide if I wanted to take the other eyeshadow palette like this down with me. And if you all saw my other video, it is because it has such a big mirror in it. It has such a big mirror. But I must say that I truly do like it. It was the packaging. When I saw it, it was a no-brainer. I was gonna get it. I picked it up. It was the only one there. I was really happy that I found it. I really do like the colors in this one, even better than I like the colors in the other one. So if you can see, those colors are pretty much, they're really right down my alley. Some of them are similar to the other one that I have or whatnot, but you see you have a nice bronzer and highlighter there. So it's very nice palette. I tried some of the glitter out on the back of my hand, and it actually works pretty good. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use it today, but yes, I'll be working from this palette actually, and see what look I'm gonna come up with. Now, when I did the other video, someone had suggested in the comments, one of my subscribers, that the purple didn't show up to use water, dip my brush in water. So what I did was, and they told me to use a shot glass. I didn't own a shot glass at the time, but now I own a shot glass, and I got this in Texas, and it says Fort Worth and it says Arlington and Dallas on it, on the glass. It's like the perfect little souvenir. It was exactly what I was looking for. I went to the flea market while I was down there, and I found these little shot glasses too, because for the life of me I couldn't find anything like this, and I actually had to get this at the airport, at the Dallas airport. But now I have this one and I have this one. They're cute. I'll find something to do with them. I got them from the flea market. Either I'll use them for, some sort of makeup purpose or display or something like that. Really cute. So anyway, I got my water in here. And I actually I did my own nails while I was down there too. And this is something nice. I could probably put slip solution in as well to do my nails. Both of those, actually, all these little containers. So that's what those are for, because I'm not saying that I don't drink alcohol at all, but I don't drink it often enough for me to really own a shot glass, to be honest with you. And that's just the honest truth. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this right here, the bronzer. And I'm just gonna use it as a crease color for my lid here. And I'm gonna dip a blending brush, and this is the brush that I like to use from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I like using this blending brush a lot. It's one of my favorites. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and go on my crease. I go a little higher than my crease because I do have hooded eyelids, so I do want to see my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go and start out here. I'm gonna start here, and I'm just gonna drag that color and blend. So my crease is actually like right here, like where my eyeshadow, but I'm actually taking it up. And that little bit where it's darker there, I try to kind of like, with the motion of my hands, do like a circular motion to create kind of like a V effect. So the V is going like down, to darken up that corner. And drag. You would be surprised like how much product goes a long way when it comes to eyeshadow. So you really don't need to go hard. It's always nice to just start off gently and lightly with a product and then work your way up. That's why you see me dip it in the product. I guess depending on what it is. With a lot of makeup these days, especially if you have a nice product, you really don't need a whole lot. And that's with a lot of nice products. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit usually goes a long way. You really don't need to go hard. I'm gonna go ahead, start in the corner on this side. Kind of work it over a little bit. My brow bone, believe it or not, it's a little different on this side. Not everything is the same. It's not perfect. It seems like a little bit more rounded on this part, but I do the same thing over here. I take that crease color Not all the way up to my eyebrow, but I take it up to create the illusion that I do have like a crease here. And I use a blending brush to do this. And this shade is just a little darker than it's supposed to be a bronzer, and you can do this with bronzer. Ooh, yeah, it's a little darker than my own skin color. So I use this color as a nice color. It's a smokier look. You can use a redder color that's closer to your skin color, orangier color, you know. It's up what you want to do. A lot of times using a color like this is going to create more of a natural look, because you want to create the illusion that the color is not just sitting on your eyelid, that it's actually like the color of your eyelid, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna see what color I want to use. I always go off of what I'm wearing. I got tigers. I love this shirt, y'all, by the way. I've got like roaring or hissing tigers, whatever it is. Teal, pink, and green on my shirt. And so why not make it fun? I think I'm gonna actually use this color transformation. Make it more of like a darker, smokier look, this color transformation. Usually darker colors are gonna be pigmented a lot more than some of the other colors that you may use. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a smaller brush. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. Give me just a second here. So my Eco toothbrush. This is a really small brush. But this brush is gonna do me justice, hopefully. Because when you're doing dark colors like that, you don't wanna go in, like I said, you don't wanna go in hard. I'm gonna go on the outskirts of my eye. Outskirts. I'm gonna go out here and just create like a V out here. And just darken up this area. So place it. So yeah, a little bit goes a long way. It doesn't take long. Does not take long. And I'm just kind of creating that V to kind of arch up. So it's not bringing my eye down or anything like that. Then I'm gonna go back to my blending brush and just kind of blend that color out, if it will blend out. It's the marking of like a good eyeshadow as well, as if it blends like it should, with the appropriate tools, of course. So, yep. And how long it takes to blend. So now, see, use the other side. And I suppose that me liking, I guess, art and dabbling a little bit in that area and knowing how to fade out stuff, you know, with coloring and watercolor and using like little oil pastels and different things like that, you kind of get like an idea of what can occur with colors and with brushes and things of that nature. So there we go. Ever so little, because the thing is like you can always go back in. You can always go back in and add more if you don't think it's enough, but you're less likely to mess up with your makeup if you tread lightly. So that dark blue color, I could probably make it how it looked in the palette, but blending it out so far has pretty much just kind of given me more so teal vibes. Looks like I'm more of like a greenish color instead of a blue color. on my eye, and that's okay. That's okay because like I've got teal in there. I mean, it still matches. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these hot pink colors in here. I'm gonna use one of these hot pink colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this pink color. Is called Powder Room. I'll go ahead and put that on my eye. See how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and use a flat eyeshadow brush, and it's this type of brush. You can blend with it a little bit, but it's more so used when it's flat like that. It's more so used for packing on eyeshadow, and actually kind of like spreading it across this way. So that's how you use that brush. It's not so much like a blending brush where you're blending and swirling and blending. This is a patting motion brush. So you just pat it in the eyeshadow. Ooh, look at that. I didn't even pat it in there that much, but I knocked off the excess. So I'm just gonna go in right here. My, okay, this pigment, I like it. It's nice. And I'm just gonna put that like on my, gonna put it on my lid. Now, another way that I could go ahead and put it on my lid, another way I could go ahead and defy my hooded eye is to do like a cut crease. But cut creases take time, and so I rarely do them. Since I put the initial pink on there, I'm gonna go up, close my eye, because I can see like the crease right now. I can see where to put the eyeshadow on, but now I close my eyes so I can go a little higher. Go a little higher, just over this part right here. So when I close my eye, I can still see the color, and a person might be able to still be able to tell like what I have on my eye. So yeah, got that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other side. Ooh, this is a pigmented color. Like, it's not playing around. It is not playing around. Did not come to play any type of games. None. Just meeting the eyeshadow. Meeting that green up where it's at here. Yeah, when it comes to makeup, y'all, it's practice. You can't just, I've literally been doing makeup before, then watched hundreds of YouTube videos and gotten techniques and how people like move their hands and all kinds of stuff. You can't just you know, first time around you might have, you know, some luck, you know, and like it or whatnot. But if you want it to be a certain way, you got to practice. You got to take the time out to practice. Take the time out to practice. Things of that nature. So, yeah. I'm really liking how that looks. Really liking how that looks. Okay, so there is like a glitter pink in here, and I think I might try it. It has some shimmers on it. There's a green in here that actually works pretty well, but I'm not really trying to do that today. I'm gonna go ahead and use this color called Fling. It has some shimmer in it. You all can see it. And I'm gonna go ahead and dab that in the center of my eye. I'm gonna take that Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and this side, that patting brush, is a little more narrow than the other. I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush into the water. I'm gonna dip it in the water here in my little shot glass. I'm gonna dip it in here. We're gonna see how this turns out. Because usually you could use like could use your setting spray and do this too, and wet your brush. But I'm doing it this way, just because I have the shot glass now, just because I want to try something new. That's how you live life. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in the center of my eye. And it adds some sheen. Some added right here to the center. Okay. It's a very pretty color. It's very similar to the one I just applied, but it does have the actual shimmer in it. So that's really the only difference I see between the two. So they go together. So I guess if you really wanted to build up the one that has shimmer in it, you could go ahead and put down that one that I did first. I dip my brush back in the water. Ooh, look at that. You guys see that? Pretty, pretty, pretty. So I'm just going on the like, ooh, you see that? I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. So what I did was I created sort of like a triangle. So like in the center and then like right along the edges of my eye. And then I'm gonna leave the other part matte. Just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of being creative. Just because I like how that looks right now. So I'm gonna do that. Do that on the other side. Ooh, so pretty. So, yeah. And then create sort of like a upside down triangle right here. Pretty. I think it's pretty. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, to stay in this palette, I am going to go ahead and I've got a brush by Real Techniques. It's a super, super small brush, again, where you can get in a very small area. And I'm going to go ahead and take the highlighter that's in the palette that's over here on the side, this like shimmery highlighter. It's supposed to be used as highlighter. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in my tear duct area, and this brush fits perfectly right there. So I'm just let my tear duct guide my brush pretty much. And I really don't need to wet this. I guess I could wet it and make it more intense. Ooh, drag it up a little bit. So I don't know if you all see that. So that's that. Kind of blow it out a little bit here so it's not so harsh. Fade it out is what I mean. Kind of fade it out up there so it's not so harsh. I feel like one tear duct area is bigger than the other on this side. Okay, that's better. Okay, now. So yeah, it has sort of like a gold, pink, and then teal on the outside. So I'm liking it. I think that it's cute. I think that it's cute. So I'm trying to think here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to prep and set up my eyelashes and go ahead and put those on. I'm still trying to get a good technique down. I've got a new eyelash glue, and it takes a little bit to dry, so I'm not going to, well, I guess I'll show you all for the sake of the video here, but hold on just a second. So I think I got these from, did I get these from Cala Beauty? I'm not sure. They're Glam Wispies. I might have got them from Kiss. I'm sorry, you all. I've forgotten, but I'm gonna use these wispies today. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the such a lot comes out. Put the eyelash glue. Oof. You just need just ever such a small amount, such a small amount. Like eyelash glue will like literally, unless you just are like religious with putting eyelashes on, eyelash glue will go bad on you first before you run out. So I'm gonna set that to the side and try to let it dry. I'm gonna put the glue over on the other one. Yeah. Ooh. This side has like a little bit of like, I don't know if you all see that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like little plastic tips on the side. I'm gonna clip them off real quick. So I'm gonna clip the side of it off so it's not digging me in the eye. This is by Kiss, this glue, and it has like oatmeal extract or something like that in there. It's called Lash Couture Oat Strip Lash Adhesive, and it's formaldehyde free. That's how it looks. So while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on. Now, the reason why you put mascara on is it creates like a shelf for your eyelashes, and I don't really concern myself about how I put my how I put my mascara on. Usually when I'm just wearing mascara by itself, I have a little technique to how I put it on to build it up or whatnot. But because we're just stiffening my own eyelash and creating that shelf for the wispies, I'm just putting it on. I seem to do better with my fingers, to be honest with you. So I put it on vertically, like right in the center of my eyelashes first. There. Yeah, just do it up. This is how I do it. Just kind of like sit it, because you can see better that way. Oop. Just sit it up. Now, to be honest with you, I still have some discoloration going on underneath my eye, but honestly, my eye looks pretty good. But to create even more flawless look, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my concealer, my Flower Beauty concealer that I always use. And I'm going to go ahead and concentrate it more so like in the corner this time, because I just really don't want to mess up kind of like this whole natural kind of complexion vibe that I have going on here. And I'm doing it kind of like underneath where I have the discoloration. And just let it set for a second. I really like using foundation brushes to blend out my concealer. So I just use it, especially this one because it has a tip to it. And I'm just going a little lower in the corner, one in the corner here. And I'm using more so like patting motions too, because I don't want to drag and disrupt where I really want coverage at. And I really want coverage over here in the corner area. Using my eye cream has really helped with like discoloration on the sides. So therefore, like, see how I've just kind of like concentrated in the corner right here and patted it and blended it out, and not really don't want to do too much with it, okay, because it'll mess it up. I really like working with this concealer though, because it's not too dry, it's not too moist. And I put more on this side than this side because I feel like that side needs more, honestly. So that's how you have to judge that. Okay, going back to my eyelash now. Let's see. Still looks kind of juicy. I feel like it's lifting over in the corner still. I'm still working on the whole lifting in the corner, y'all. It's just, let's go up. Go ahead and press in the corner. Okay, so I'm gonna get my sponge out, and I am going to actually use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm going to use it to, I'm just dapping my sponge in it. I like using these wedges because they get under my eye pretty good, and I don't want to use too much, and I just want to put that under a little bit, like goes a long way, just to set it, you all, so that it's not going anywhere. And you can let that sit there. You can let it sit there. Now the foundation that I'm using is supposed to be long wear, weightless, this Bobbi Brown right here. So I love to mix it with other foundations. It just helps other foundations. It brings out the best in a lot of stuff. So this is definitely a repurchase for me, hands down. But what I want to do right now, instead of using the finishing powder on my whole face, I want to go ahead and use the Double Wear powder by Estee Lauder on my whole face. And I'm going to go ahead and powder my face first before I add any blush or any, like, what is it called? Bronzer to my face. So I'm going to use a powder brush and go in with this color here. It's in the color Tawny. I'm in the color Tawny. And I'm just going to, I just tap a little bit, tap off the excess, and tapping it on my face. It takes away some of like the shine, but it's just kind of like if you skip this step and you want to go out and do something, your makeup's not going to last. It's going to slide right off your face, especially if you have oily skin. So it's good to go ahead and just set your makeup. And you only need a little bit of powder to do it. You don't need a whole lot. There's a lot of amazing powders out here. I'm still trying to find, try Love Yourself Beauty, because they have a really thin, like, setting powder for your face or whatnot. And you want to do it lightly because you want to still come across with that natural look, not cakey look. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use my Bobbi Brown. This is the, oh, wait a minute. No, this is not what I want to use. Not what I want to use. So I had got the wrong thing. The Bobbi, I do want to use Bobbi Brown though. I'm going to go ahead and use bronzing powder. And bronzing powder, you all, if y'all want to know, I'm going to lift my hair up a little bit. It's pretty much just to bring definition back to your face so that it's not as flat. It gives you like a sun-kissed look to your face. So it just brings back definition to, like, where you might have like cheekbones, you know. It just takes away the flatness that the foundation might give you. Because the whole thing for the foundation is to smooth your complexion, but it flattens you out a lot of the times. So you have to add like some dimension back to your face. So I like to go up to my forehead, and you're using ever so slight, a small amount, because the bronzer really does, it really does go a long way. So I did ever so lightly in here, you all, and then tapped off the excess. And you all can see it already, like across here. It looks like the sun hit my face right there. You just need just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over to my cheekbones. And you all see like this area, like this kind of like shadow, like divot in my face right here. I'm going to go ahead. You can do that to your face, and ever so lightly, just right there. And it's just going to give you that that dimension back to your face, like that warmth right in there. And you know, you can use whatever bronzer is gonna suit you or whatnot. So I'm gonna go in there, and you can even just kind of add a little bit, like in a little bit. It's gonna give you some life just to your face, like to your cheeks and things of that nature. Even if you don't want to like add like a blush or anything like that, it's going to give you that warmth back to your face. And you can just put it down your chin if you want to. I really don't feel like I need all that. That is a warmer bronzer, but usually what I'll do is go with my Zuzu Luxe, which is a cooler tone bronzer. Or I could go in with the bronzer that is in this palette. This bronzer right here would be a good bronzer. In fact, I'll just go ahead and do that. I used it to do my crease for my eyes. So I can go in with that. I'm gonna use this angled brush by Eco Tools. I've had these for a while, you all. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that and go down like the sides of my nose here. And you only need a little bit of this too. A little bit. It's going a long way. And if you can see the transformation where it's just kind of carving. It's going to make my nose look like it's protruding more out. Like you can see it more where it's not as flat as it was before. And just kind of, you know, the things that you want to people to see or jump out on your face, you can do that just with a little bit. Just a little bit. I didn't do much of anything. I can take it off on the brush and kind of like want to fade it out a little bit on the side. Going down like that on the side and blend it in. Just like the little things, you all. Little things, little things. So, yeah. So, we're still working with eyelashes and things of that nature, but this is going to do for now. This is going to do for now. I'm going to take that same brush, y'all. What I have, where'd that brush go? I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go ahead and kind of wipe underneath. Make sure what you were using is I'm going to just kind of lightly wipe that powder from underneath my eye where it set the concealer. And I think what I might do just to add a little bit of fun underneath my eye, I usually don't like to do it with, pink. Looking at the other colors on my shirt. I could go in with this color Pool Party. Could go in with the color Pool Party. There's also the color Roy, but I think I'm gonna use Pool Party since I have like, I've got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 colors of tiger on my shirt. The teal and the light blue tiger. So I'm just gonna tie that in. The color, I'm gonna go underneath my eye with this small brush. And use the eyeshadow as an eyeliner. With my eyes, I don't like to go all the way across just because my eye shape is something I prefer. But depending on what your eye shape is and what you like, it's up to you. For me, when I just put it on this side, it just kind of like, I don't know, it does something for me. You can see the difference. So I'm gonna go ahead under this eye and do the same thing. Do just kind of like an eyeshadow eyeliner look under there. And I could do even, you know, and just attach it to the eyeshadow on this side, just attach it and just make it look like it's just kind of like coming from the top. So yeah. So go ahead and do it like that. I really like that. It's pretty. And you get a little bit of like that green on the side going up. You can see it. So yeah. So I think that's really pretty. That's really pretty. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with lower lash mascara, just a little bit. I'm gonna go in just on like my center lashes, make them look long in the center, and leave the other ones out, just in the center, like that. Creates a different sort of look. I think it's cute though. I don't know. I can go in, let's go in with a little bit of blush, shall we? Okay, so I'm gonna use my palette by Morphe. What I did want to do is I did want to get some new blushes because, I don't know, I'm just not feeling as inspired. I wanted to get some, you know, the liquid blushes that everyone's raving about, but I'll end up getting them. I think I'm just gonna go into the Center Color Driven. Has that kind of metallic-y kind of, not metallic-y, but kind of, it's not glittery, but shimmery kind of look to it. I'm going to use a powder brush. I like using powder brushes for my blush because I like my blush to look really kind of like, I don't know, blown out. That's the word. I like using blown out. I don't know. So I'm going to smile and I'm going to go over even where that bronzer was. I'm going to go on apples of my cheeks, kind of concentrate more so on this center area right here. And just ever so lightly, y'all, ever so lightly. You want to make your cheeks pop ever so lightly. So, yep. Go in center because you don't want it too harsh up here at the top. You don't want it too harsh right here to make you look clown-like. So just right there in the center, concentrate it and then kind of work it out to where you want it to be. And then once you do that, like one of my tricks, I'll just go on my arm to like wipe off the excess on my arm and then go back in and just kind of blow it out some more if you want it to be blown out a little bit more. Blow it out, blow it out. Okay, so yeah, that was that. And y'all, I'm so bad. Well, no, I guess I could have used that other palette because I think the other palette actually had blush in it. That was the other edition of this. But another time, I'm going to go ahead and use that highlighter that I used for the inner corner of my eye. And we're going to go ahead and use this brush right here. This brush right here I use for a reason because it's very wispy at the top. Very ends of the brush are tapered. And so what it's going to do is going to allow me to put down a very light dusting of the highlighter, because unless you just really like highlighter like that, highlighter is supposed to give you kind of like that glowing from within look or glow to your face or whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smile or make a face like this. However you see that light hitting your cheek, like it's right here for me. And I go up. As if the blush isn't highlighted, but I like blush like this and highlight. I like that glowy look to my skin. Especially as I'm older, I find that the mattes just really don't do me justice as far as like complexion products. So also the light is hitting right here on my nose and it's hitting right here on the tip of my nose. So I'm going to take a light dusting of that and I'm going to put it in those areas of the highlight. Okay. So that's really how highlight is supposed to be used. So that's that. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. And you all know how I like to go with my lips. So give me just 1 second. I have decided that I'm gonna go ahead and use kind of this nudie brown color for my lips. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. It's pretty much like a stick lip color, but of course, y'all know I can't leave it matte, but I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips out. I'm gonna go ahead and concentrate on my actual natural line because this actually isn't a lip liner, it's actually a lipstick. So if I concentrate on my lip line, it's gonna blow it out naturally for me anyway, as if I had already tried to go above my lip. So let me go ahead and do that. This smells good. Just realizing it kind of smells like chocolate. Okay, and then do my bottom. Now, if I was maybe doing a bold lip, I would be doing probably a really minimal eye. Those are usually the rules that I stick to. However, when I was in Texas, I did not stick to that rule, and as I could have predicted, my makeup did not turn. I didn't like my makeup really when I went out. So now that I've gone around my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and just fill it in because it is a lipstick. A matte lipstick at that. Okay, so I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss. I'm gonna go over it because it came out a little dark and this is a little lighter, a little more orangey. And go over the top of it and just dab over the top here. And this gloss does make your lips burn a little bit. It's plumping though, so yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so for the finished look, you all give me a second and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is the finished look. I decided to go ahead and add some hoops to keep the look fun, summer. Yeah, that's the whole theme. Hoops are really nice when you have your hair up because it adds something to the side of your face, because when your hair is down, it's, for me, you can wear hoops, but it's just kind of like, I mean, they stand out and they add a lot more when your hair is up. I guess maybe this look is really 90s, but I'm really digging the makeup. I'm redeeming myself for when I was in Texas and I went out. The makeup is looking really good. I guess it's because I've taken my time today or whatnot. The only thing is I still need to work on my my lash application because they still want to lift. So if I were going out, I really don't know how long they would last, to be honest with you. But yes, really loving the foundation combination, application. Like I said, skincare and how you take care of your skin and how it's looking is always going to make things look 10 times better, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I guess the last thing that I will go ahead and do is add the setting spray. Primer water, you going out and you want your makeup to last a little while longer. You don't want things to just start slipping and sliding, falling all over the place, especially with summertime, sweating and heat and all that good stuff. Go ahead and put some setting spray on. It always, if your makeup is looking a little dry, it also makes it look more lived in as well. So that's what primer water or setting spray is for. This right here is a set and refresh spray. you have to catch this kind of sometime when it's on sale because it's a very popular product. I'm hanging on to little left, but I'm my eyes open for when there is a sale. My eyes are open for my Ulta catalogs when they come and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and point it up, not directly at my face, because I want it to be a misted, a nice even mist over my face. So I direct it up and close my eyes so I can kind of fall on my face. Okay. Woo. So yeah, and you see already it gives you even more of an oomph when you add the setting spray. So you're just looking like, yeah. So anyway, y'all, I hope you all enjoyed this little makeup tutorial. I thought I would kind of slow it down and let you all know exactly what I'm doing. If y'all have any questions or anything like that, or there's things that you all would like me to maybe review or show or anything like that, y'all go ahead and put it in the comments below. Yeah, I would like to see what you all think. How do you all like this look? Things of that nature for summertime. I'm really digging it. I'm really impressed by this palette. Actually, I'm more impressed by this one than I am with the other one. Perhaps I need to work with the other one a little more, but this one just seems to be of better quality so far. Really digging the colors. Looking forward to using some of these, like some more of these shimmers and glitters and things of that nature. Yeah, so I'm excited, and I'll see you all next time. If you're getting ready to go to bed, please have a good night's rest, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.